Hey, and welcome to Affiliate Dialogues. This is the place where we dive into the minds of entrepreneurs, creators, publishers, and innovative thinkers. Whether you're starting a business, exploring affiliate marketing, or wanting to take it to the next level, join me as we explore digital insights and tactics shaping the future together. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome Tim Lomborg, Managing Director at Awin, one of the world's largest affiliate networks. Tim has spent his entire career in affiliate and partner marketing, building from the ground up across Europe. He's seen every chapter on this industry evolution, and today he's going to walk us through what the next one looks like. We will dive into the future of affiliate marketing in Europe, from AI-powered matching and evolving network models to the regional dynamic shaping growth in 2026. Tim, welcome to Affiliate Dialogues. It's great to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you for inviting me.
How are you today?
I'm very good, very good.
Yeah.
It's been a good start to the week, and finally spring is arriving.
I'm really happy to hear that because I think we all need some more sun, especially probably where you're based.
Yeah. So I'm actually based in Stockholm, in Sweden. So spring arrives a little later here than in Germany.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, exactly.
I always want to begin the podcast episode with some quick questions to get to know a bit better. And the first, this or that question is coffee or data? What actually gets you going in the morning?
So I'm a real creature of habit. So I have a very strict routine in the morning. I normally go for data, so emails and news, industry news. That's kind of what gets me going in the morning. Then I normally take the kids to school. Then after I have my first coffee, but then I really start to catch up on the coffee. I drink probably about a liter of coffee a day, so I'm a big coffee addict.
Okay, nice. And one European city you think is massively underrated for digital marketing talent?
Before I get in trouble with all the different teams at Awin, but I think I've gotten quite a good overview of the different regions right now, right? And there are really exceptionally talented people in all of those regions. And you know, we have markets that are more mature, markets that are less mature, and you know, there's different knowledge that comes from those market circumstances. But one that really stands out to me right now is probably Spain. Spain is, I think, underrated as a country, Madrid as a city for innovation. There's a lot of growth coming out of Spain right now. There's a strong agency ecosystem in Spain, also in Madrid. There are big brands there. A lot of publisher innovation, and that really fosters a lot of young and good talent there.
Interesting. I'm excited to hear a bit more about that later. And yeah, the last question is affiliate marketing in one word. How would you describe the industry right now?
Yeah, that's a difficult one. I think if I would have to say one word for affiliate marketing, it's probably converging is the word I would use. Mm-hmm. It's clear now that the channel is evolving, right? Mm-hmm. That boundaries are disappearing. Affiliate marketing is no longer just the lower funnel, the last click, right? It's evolving into upper funnel traffic. It's evolving into post-purchase models. The thing that brings it all together is still the performance marketing model, but it's definitely evolving. There are different models converging into that. And yeah, that's, I think, a really descriptive word of what's happening with affiliate marketing right now.
I'm really curious to find out a bit more on your perspective. And before we dive a bit also deeper into that, I want to know how it started for you personally, because you've been in this field for a very long time and you started your career hands-on in affiliate and partner marketing at a time when the channel looked very different from today. And I want to know, like, what first drew you into this world and also what made you stay?
Yeah, that's I think for many people I've never really heard anybody who like really aimed for affiliate marketing, right? I think often you kind of stumble into it, and it was the same for me 21 years ago when I was studying. I did my master's degree in Denmark, in a university in Denmark, in Odense, and I had a really good professor who was looking out for me and had a connection to a company called Autorola. They have a marketplace for used cars. They sell these cars to professional car sellers, right? And they had a job in the affiliate marketing department to monitor performance, to do a bit of controlling there. And that's how I stumbled into it. Did some controlling for different channels, also the affiliate channel, and quickly realized there was a whole world of digital marketing out there, which wasn't really taught in the university yet. It was really just a footnote in the textbooks. So that's kind of how I stumbled into it and started looking at the numbers, the performance, working with different channels, and that really sparked my interest of what was out there. And after that, I moved into my first job for an advertiser that had the affiliate channel as one of its main channels. Did some Amazon shop development there as well, some SEO, and I had a really good insight into the different channels for that advertiser. And at some point, you kind of reach your limits when you're working on the advertiser side, right? You really want to know, okay, what's behind the scene of those different companies that you're working with, those different suppliers. And that got me curious, and I applied for Zanox back then, the original German network in Berlin, where I was working at that time, because I really wanted to see how the affiliate channel looked like behind the scenes, and started as an account manager there. That kind of got my career within Awin going. I moved into a team lead position, director position, took over several regions over the years, and it's been a fun ride.
It's really inspiring. And I also love that, as you said, there is no one, also like where I talk with people on this podcast, everyone just somehow bumped into this field. And also it's very great that like your professor saw the potential in you. You had it right, as you said, like really, really big steps and really interesting. So you have knowledge from every single perspective, we can say. And that would be my next part of my question, like the affiliate trends in 2026, because you're overseeing something most people maybe only see in parts. Like you are responsible from markets from Stockholm to Madrid, from Berlin to Warsaw. Like, what is the one topic that's occupying you most heading into 2026? Or if you compare like the different regions, like DACH, the Nordics, where do you see the biggest differences or like similarities? How is it all connected or like separated?
If anything kind of describes the affiliate channel, it's that it's always evolving, right? It's changed significantly over the years, and I don't think there is really one topic right now in the affiliate industry that's really keeping me up. I think there are several topics that are keeping me up, and that is probably what defines the affiliate space or the digital marketing space in general at the moment. Is the complexity has really increased over the past years. Tracking has become more complex, right? It's less linear than it was before. There are a lot of browser impacts and restrictions happening that are influencing the tracking. AI is reshaping how consumers are discovering products, right? They're into these new type of consumer journeys, and they're impacting how publishers are driving value. And then are these always overlooming consent privacy regulations in Europe, and they're really different by each region also. So there's a lot of complexity within the different countries in space right now. But I think if anything, affiliate marketing has shown over the years that it's really good to adapt to these complexities, and we've run several initiatives over the past year, like staying in control of these situations with CPI at Awin, right? The Conversion Protection Initiative, really looking into improving the tracking for our network, which is a basis of trust, right? The foundation on which these partnerships work, and we've been quite successful with that, managing that situation with over 2,300 advertisers, improving their tracking setup with server to server, creating 578 million in advertiser revenue. So really starting to lift the standards there. We're also seeing a lot of movement that the market is becoming less fragmented. So I think it was really everybody for themselves for many, many years. And we're seeing a lot of movement in Germany, in Italy and Spain, in the UK, that the industry is coming together under interest groups like the APMA, the APMC, which was founded last week here in Germany, under the BVDW, which is a really important move to start to come together around these big topics like standards, like public policy, right,
Yeah.
and communication to the market. So there is no one big topic keeping me up. It's
Mm-hmm.
really the big topic, the big topics that there's much more complexity that we need to manage, and we need to really all come together as an industry around these topics.
So you would say also like approach and community for this complexity is actually something what Avon is also doing as a platform to keep up with all of that.
For some of these big topics, definitely they have to be
Yeah.
handled as an industry. There's
Yeah.
no one that can do it alone now.
Yes. 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 Okay.
But I think there is underlying strength in affiliate marketing that we're really good at adapting to situations. That
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the whole model is built on that, right?
Yeah.
It invites new input, it invites new models into its own, it
Yeah.
absorbs them, and I think there is a general willingness to change also in our industry.
Yeah, Avon started as a traditional affiliate network, but in recent years you've invested heavily in technology, automation, and infrastructure. Evolving was already a big topic of our conversation. How do you see Avon keep evolving as a partner marketing platform, and how does that help brands and also publishers scale partnerships more effectively?
Yeah, I think for context, first of all, I think Awin grew over its history a lot through acquisitions, right? We bought up and fused together several different brands and companies and technologies and platforms, and that always gave us a lot of great insights into what really works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
But it also meant a lot of work getting these technologies together into one, right? And once we finally established that one platform for all of our brands, that one brand, which is Awin, we were really able to scale up that technology, that development. That's what we've been doing the past 2 years, really developing a lot of new features, and we do that in seasonal releases, like every quarter. We have big releases for publishers and advertisers alike.
Mhm.
But to go kind of into the strategy of what we're trying to achieve, it really evolves around our mission, which is empowering businesses of all sizes to partner and grow together. So we're looking at how can we get large advertisers, how can we get smaller advertisers to enable them to work in our system effortlessly? How can we get publishers connected well with our system to work with these different advertiser types?
Yeah.
And that's really how our development is structured, right? Getting as many partnerships connected as possible. And on the advertiser side, that means, okay, how can we make a scalable platform for SME and long tail, and how can we on the large advertiser side create a platform and a structure also that really works for them. And for the large advertisers, the value that we drive there is, of course, the global reach that we have, the global platform, making it easy for them to internationalize. We have advanced tools like high-end reporting, lots of data, understanding incrementality, commission flexibility, really being able to optimize those campaigns more granularly, right? And for smaller clients, it's really usability of the platform. How can we break down barriers? How can we make things more automated? They don't have the time to really deep dive into the data and platform. How can we make it accessible for them to really understand how they can set up a campaign easily? What's the next best recommendation? Which publisher makes sense for them to partner with, right? So really cutting through the complexity of affiliate marketing, which is still one of the big challenges I think affiliate marketing has.
As you said, the complexity is very outstanding because to see like how are the matches and also maybe publishers being picked, are they being picked a bit more carefully now, or like how they wanted to be treated or treated differently, and same for advertisers. So it's always like a process, right? Like seeing and adapting. The next topic I also want to talk with you is, of course, something which is dominating is AI. And I want to know how Avon is actually doing with it. I've also know that like you've built AI powered matching features recommending which advertisers fit which publishers based on performance data. So what we just talked about, like what does that change in practice? I'm pretty sure that it would help you a lot to find different matches, but maybe you can tell us a bit more about it.
The biggest value we can drive as an affiliate network is to have a foundation that really enables advertisers and publishers to work together really easily, right?
Yeah.
And I think the matching of partners, that's one of the biggest levers that we can have. If I always imagine this, and I talk to my teams also, the opportunity of our network, if you look at it as a Venn diagram, right, with the two circles that are overlapping of advertisers and publishers, I think right now, there's so much opportunity to get those two circles overlapping more and more. But that's really a challenge, right? And at the same time, it has to be our core competence. So if you imagine that, if we could really start to create matchmaking on a level where it takes into account the type of audience that you have, the product demand your audience has, how can you maximize your monetization as a partner, what kind of sector data is there that would allow you to prioritize and select the brands that you work with, and the other way around, what kind of forecasting is there behind that, right? It really enables to make those choices that in the end fuel growth,
Yeah.
and that's what it's all about for the brands and for the publishers, right? It's about the growth and growing together, and the partner discovery is just such an essential part of that. But that's not the only thing that we're doing with AI, and I think AI is really something that is a layer on top of this complexity, right, that can simplify how advertisers and publishers work together. We're working a lot with our AI chatbot called Ava that enables support, right? If there are questions, like simple FAQ questions, like how do I change my bank account name, right? It has the possibility to create campaigns with advertisers. You can say, I want to do a campaign for the seasonal product that I want to push, right? It gives you recommendations for publishers, it gives you recommendations for commissions, and it really builds that campaign with you. It really simplifies the way that account managers, advertisers, brands, publishers will work with affiliate marketing in the future.
I'm really curious how this is gonna keep evolving, but I think for now they are really different tools and also very helpful. And I think it's always difficult to find nowadays like a balance between, okay, how much AI do we want to use? We still want to keep the brand image and we want to be close to the partners, but of course with the dimension it's not possible. So it's really also how can we have the connection.
I think that's a valid question, right? How does it change the relationship? Because we're so dependent and used on those interpersonal
Exactly.
human relationships
Yeah.
as well in affiliate marketing, that have always given that basis of trust, that in the relationship you build trust, you build
Yeah.
partnerships, and you strengthen them over time. And I don't think those will go away. I think this AI thing is just a tool that will
Yeah.
help you identify, right, and work and save time. In the end, humans using AI on the other side, and humans that in the end will also talk together to really build those valuable relationships.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain of that.
Me too. I think that's also how affiliate marketing, what we're made of, of these connections. So I think it's really important that, and also no one wants to lose this. The last topic I want to talk with you about is like the future of the affiliate network model. Some voices say brands are building their own programs, direct to publisher deals are growing, and networks will eventually be disintermediated. What's your take on this?
I don't see any real evidence for that from my point of view. I think, there's always been waves, or there are different kind of maturity stages in which advertisers think about private networks, right? Awin also offers private networks. There are big established providers that offer private network. Fully in-housing relationships can be done maybe on a very individual level, but there are specific issues that arise from that, and that's just there's just no evolution of the technology and platform. You're kind of missing out on what we just talked about, right? This huge development that the industry is moving into. So taking that into account, I have not really seen a big movement in that direction. There are a lot of big brands and interest into affiliate marketing right now. We actually did a study last year with Forrester where we interviewed 750 senior brand marketeers, and what we really figured out there is that the recognition of affiliate marketing, of what networks provide is this cost efficient, this way of marketing, the
Yeah.
innovation of publishers, the development of the technology that's really innovative, also through our publishers, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's just not, you can't get that if you take those direct relationships, right? There's the development, the evolution of affiliate marketing happens in the big networks, in the wider industry, and not in these one-on-one relationships. What I think, if we go back to a little bit to the discussion we had before, right, of how much development is currently necessary to for the industry to adapt to complexity, but also what we're doing at Awin to adapt to the complexity and what we're investing in as a platform. The direction probably, and this is really just a personal take from my side, is that it will be more and more difficult in terms of cost and investment for some networks to continue to
Yeah.
develop at that rate, right? If complexity
Mm-hmm.
continues to rise at that rate and the rate that you have to invest in order to stay relevant, it will be much more difficult. And so
Mm-hmm.
probably we'll see a few take that journey and others that won't be able to, or that won't stay as relevant as others over the next years.
Right. Tim, we're coming to an end. Thank you so much for your insights. I really enjoyed talking to you and I learned a lot. And I want to ask you if you have one last takeaway for people who are listening right now, if it's like an advice or just one last thing you want to say, feel free.
If there's one last thing, it would be the value of affiliate marketing right now in this current day and age is just increasing. I mentioned the Forrester study, but I can also talk from experience from my different meetings and events that I have across Europe. The engagement of brands, the interest to develop the new publisher models that are coming into the sphere, the ability for this industry to develop into this full funnel approach of upper funnel, mid funnel, lower funnel is really exciting right now. And over the entire funnel and the consumer journey, there's really value driven to the consumer, and that makes it relevant for brands, which makes our model relevant for big advertisers and digital spend. And we're seeing that spend continue to grow. We
Mm-hmm.
have in some of the markets where we have numbers, we see double-digit growth, like Spain had 22% growth last year
Wow.
in affiliate spend. We're going to see some numbers come out soon for Germany as well,
Mm-hmm.
for the APMC, finally after many, many years on how the spend is developing in Germany, which I think will also be very good for us to start putting some value behind what our industry actually is driving here in Germany. So there's a lot of positive things to say and where we are right now, and that we're really going in the right direction here.
That's a perfect last motivational quote. Thank you so much. I wish you a great rest of the day and I see you next time.
Cool. Thank you very much, Hannah, for having me, and I hope to speak to you all soon.
Yes, thank you.